How's it going, everyone? Another 5 at 5. If you haven't already, sub to the channel, hit the like on this video because your team is top of the league. And let's get into my 5 at 5. Number 1, conceding from corners. So frustrating. It really bothers me because you work hard all game to carve out those opportunities. Your players have to produce moments of magic, special moments. You have to really get in behind teams and work hard to finally get a goal. And then you undo all of that work by conceding a goal from a corner. Sporting had 3 corners in the game and scored from one of them. It's just not on. It's unacceptable. After conceding from a corner against Bournemouth, now we go and do the same thing against Sporting. We need to get better at conceding from corners. But let's be fair to the team. We also do brilliantly from corners on an attacking perspective. Against Bournemouth, we scored 2 goals from corners, where because of our brilliant positioning from attacking corners, we take advantage of those loose balls. You'll remember the first goal that we scored in the amazing comeback against Bournemouth was from Emile Smith-Rowe picking it up on the edge of the box from a corner that got cleared out to the edge of the box. And for the winner, it was Reiss Nelson. So positionally, from attacking corners, we're absolutely great. But defensively, it's just not on. We also scored from a corner against Sporting. So it just goes to show we're doing really good work from attacking corners and then undoing all of that work when it comes to defending corners. Must get better. Number 2, and that is Matt Turner. Look, this is the first game where he's played for Arsenal where I've thought to myself, yes, I'm concerned. Prior to that, I was always a bit unsure about him, just purely because he was not on my radar. I hadn't come from a league of a high standard. So it always struck me that, are we gambling with this? Obviously a reserve keeper's not going to play that often. And, you can kind of get away with it mostly. But if he's going to be representing us in the knockout stages of the Europa League, he needs to be a lot better than what he was yesterday. For their first goal, I thought he was awful. And it ties into my point about corners in point 1, that we need to be better. And a goalkeeper is a huge part of defending corners. We all know in this modern game, goalkeepers are so protected. It's rare for a striker and a goalkeeper to come into physical contact, for the ball to go in and that goal to be given. So as a goalkeeper, you're basically incentivized to get involved and try and punch the ball out because you'll always get the foul. Especially when that is 4 yards out, right in the middle of your 6-yard box. You have to be coming out and claiming that. Wasn't very good. Also, with distribution, played a pass to Saliba that we got very lucky with. And also, unfortunately for him, even after actually making a good save for Sporting's second goal, he had no choice. I don't blame him for it, but he palmed it out into the centre of the box, and that's how they got their second goal. All in all, it just wasn't his night. He didn't do very well on some. He didn't get the rub of the green in other moments. But I want to ask you guys, let me know in the comments below. Would you play Matt Turner in the quarterfinals and beyond in the Europa League, or will you just say, forget it, Aaron Ramsdale every single week once we get to the real crunch end of the Europa League knockout stages? Number 3, let's talk about the second leg. Because look, it wasn't very good yesterday, and I think a lot of Sporting fans will be looking at that game thinking, yeah, we can beat Arsenal, we can get goals against them. No, you can't. We are going to get through. When I look at the tail of the tape in that game, it feels like it was an open game. It feels like they had loads of chances, which they did, but our defending was awful. When you actually scratch a little bit deeper and look at who controlled the game, overall we had control of the game. We had 14 shots to their 10, 7 of ours were on target, 6 of theirs were on target. We completed 647 passes, more than double their 313 attempted. We won 60% of all the duels. They're going to have their captain Coates suspended, in addition to Morita suspended as well. And when you look at the fact that, yeah, we've got Fulham away, but then we've got Palace at home, I feel like we can manage our squad. It's not like we've got a massive clash against Liverpool at Anfield or something like that after the Thursday Europa League second leg against Sporting. All in all, I'm very confident. And Arsenal cannot defend as badly as we did against Sporting in the second leg, especially being at home. I think we'll see a ruthless, efficient, dominant display, and we'll get the goals that we need to get and get through nice and easy. Give me your score predictions for that fixture in the comments below. I'm going 2-0 Arsenal. Number 4, Lady Luck, I have missed you. And I'm going to talk about luck today because I always talk about our bad luck when, we look back to Bournemouth, for example, where we got no luck because of incompetence from a VAR official forgetting to draw the line, stuff like that you can't forget. And on numerous occasions this season, against Newcastle, we drew 0-0, Gabriel's shirts being pulled, nothing gets given. We've had a lot of bad luck this season. And I think even people that don't like Arsenal can probably admit that we've had a lot more go against us than we've had go for us in the league this season. Now, yesterday that was not the case. For our first goal, when William Saliba got up very well and headed the ball in to take the lead, Zinchenko was definitely fouling his man. I cannot believe that goal stood. On the BT Sport analysis, Martin Keown, being a very, very pro-Arsenal person, said that there wasn't enough in that challenge to disallow the goal. I'm shocked. For me, as you can see on your screens right now, Zinchenko had complete hold of his marker, and it's actually absolutely got to be a foul. If that was the other way around and they scored a goal with a player holding on to one of our players like that, for me, it's an open and shut case. The goal has to be disallowed. And now, the second goal. On first glance, when Saka won that ball, I thought to myself, he didn't seem to get a lot of the ball. But when you watch the replay, I am happy that that's not a foul. I can be honest about the first one. I'm being honest about the second one, but it's a different conclusion. That wasn't a foul for me. But again, a huge amount of luck. I don't know what Granit Xhaka was trying to do, playing that ball into Martinelli in the way that he tried to do it, but that was going nowhere. And we got a huge deflection that gave us a vital, vital goal that makes me very confident that we will get through. Let me know in the comments below. Did you think that Zinchenko was fouling his marker? Should that goal have been disallowed? And do you agree with me that Bukayo Saka won the ball fairly on the second? Number 5, let's make history. Can we please stop with the, let's crash out of the Europa League, it's not important, let's focus on the league? I don't want to hear it. I get why people are saying it, but let me tell you this. How many times have Arsenal won the league title and a European trophy in the same season? How many times have we done that double? None. Not a single time in our history. The closest we ever came was in 1970 and 1971, where in 1970 we won the Fairs Cup and in 1971 we won the league title. Bertie Mee was the manager for both of those moments in our history, but we've never ever done a league and European trophy double. So let's have some ambition. Let's go and do it. We aren't that many games away now from achieving something that we've never ever done before. So why not let this young team have their own special place in the history of Arsenal Football Club? And instead of saying, let's crash out of it, look, we're within around the 16. I expect to get us to the quarters. Once we get to the quarters, can we please stop having all of this really unambitious talk about crashing out of a competition that we've got a really, really good chance of winning and potentially making history for Arsenal Football. That's the 5 at 5 done. If you haven't already, hit the like on this video, subscribe to the channel. I will see you after Fulham. Put your predictions below for that game. Have to go and win, but it's going to be a very, very tough game. Fulham aren't to be taken lightly, and hopefully we don't have any Europa League hangover. Fingers crossed we do the business and keep or increase our lead at the top.